Hey guys, and welcome back to the Try Hard Workshop. This week is our penultimate Kill Team episode, the number 5 of 6. And oh boy, has it been a wild ride. This week, Q is building the 5th chamber of the modular Kill Team board with another fantastic freestanding piece of terrain, the power conductor. Once again, everything's made from interesting looking bits of rubbish that we found out in the world and a load of basic crafting supplies along with it. If this is your first time on the channel, we hope you enjoy the video. We'd recommend going back and watching the first episode for full context, but there should be enough in today's video just to get you started. If you enjoy the content, consider giving us a like and a sub, and to everyone who's been with us so far, thanks very much! So we've talked about it before, but it's our favourite concept out there. Yes, it's Greebling. Is it essential for Kill Team terrain? You bet it is. Q's really developing as a terrain builder because he's spoken several times over the series about the kinds of considerations he has when putting the Greebling on the board. Just a quick recap, Greebling is all that stuff you stick to a 3-dimensional shape to make it look like it's got depth. Think about the Borg Cube from Star Trek, or the Death Star from Star Wars, both simple 3D objects with all this stuff plastered over them for added depth. They make the structure what they are. Remember, every model is on a base, so floor features shouldn't be thicker than 1 millimeter, 2 at most. You're trying not to get an inclined separation between the base and the board. It's not a huge thing, but it certainly affects the immersion. That's basically what we're talking about today. Greebling is free immersion. It's 1,000 different things added to the board to make it look like your perfect sci-fi battlefield.
Welcome back. Cheers, Andy. A few wee bits and bobs picked up here during the week. Want to see if we can throw them together and make something out of it. This is from the bottom of a wee truck how it looked interesting. It matched the lines on the side of that there bubblegum tube. It's a Smarties tube lid. Just play about with some of the shapes here to try and get a feel for what I'm going for. They're juice lids. And that's the wheel from the truck. It fitted nicely inside that. Let's give you some extra layers, some depth. This is a rough shape we're going to go for here, like kind of flywheel generator vibe going on there. So we'll play on that. Give a ring a good sanding. Definitely does help the super gluing process. See people using bicarbonate as well. I'm going to start using that. Filing off the numbers and stuff, some of the maker's marks on these things. Toying with the idea of putting it up on I-beams. You see some generators and stuff like on these things, so it must be so they can place them in. Just cut this lid in half to get it to blend in a hole that was at the end of that truck. File it flat, get some of that writing off, and then glue it into place. Just because there was a bad opening at that end I wanted to cover. This wee power juice lid, they're great for like reducers, pipe reducers. There's it all glued up, a wee bit of balsa in the top bar to fill that gap to blend it in. Back to this gardening wire. Try and tie it all together so it all looks like one piece again, to try and hide the fact that it is all random bits glued together. Roll it out to get it a bit straighter. And I just messed about with these wires for a bit to kind of get something that looked a bit interesting, or like it was actually functioning. Give it a bit more authenticity, as it were. Trying to be as neat with that there glue as possible. I want to try and hide as much of the hot glue. You can't always get it, but there you go. And I got that nice shape, starting to look good. Now these are Greeble walls, these walls and walkways and all are starting to really take shape and refine the technique more and more. And if you were to do this on massive flat panels, you could just go on, there would be no seam. You get really nice looking busy walls, lots for the eye to trace on. Get that glued in place, clear some of them loose bits of glue. That looks sweet enough. Bit of cover. Batman black again. Missed the spot.
You also have to consider the very real physics of your game board and how that affects play. Don't be going mad on the Greebling for the sake of it. Well, sometimes yes, you should definitely do that. But when we're talking about the tight tactical confines of a kill team match, it's hard mechanics that should govern the layout of your board. Let's bounce over to the build and see what he's got for us.
Expand on the wee colour scheme here. I'm going to paint this outer trim of the bubblegum thing black, let it dry. It really stands out there. And trying to do yellow in these gaps, but painting yellow on black, probably better to base it in white or something first, because you have to do loads of layers, but it actually kind of helped with the tarnished worn effect. See, I'm yellow all over the place, so I have to go back over the top of it with a bit of black to tidy it up. And then in with the over orange wash, dries it, grubby it all up. You can see that patch of black where the paint lifted for whatever reason. Must have been a bit of grease or something, or a bit of something on it. Tea probably. Get them wires painted red. Double check to make sure it's in frame. And there you go. We short one this week in preparation for the next build, which is going to be the finale, and tie the whole board together to give you some finale shots of the whole thing in context. If you enjoyed that, fire a wee like, sub, comment if you want, or even your attempt at doing these type of things. Till next time.
Cheers Q, what a build! We're homing in on our final video in the series, and even we're wondering what madness Q has in store for us next week. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep up to date with the channel, consider giving us a sub. Next week is our final video in the series, definitely one to tune in for, so until then, try hard.
Tried and tested, try hard techniques. Little bits. The Meg will not pick that up.